Hey, what's up, what's up? This is Joan. Yes, I'm bringing you koan story time. I'm about to read to you E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Just say I'm giving this character a second chance. I know what I said in my rant, but one of the scenes of his movie is quite disturbing, but not all of it, only the certain scenes. Certain scenes is very unimaginable, but the character, the story, the plot lines is fine. It's just the certain parts that I find very disturbing, but not him. He's okay. He tried to trying to get home. It's like a parody of the story I grew up with, like Home Alone, the one called Ken. I think the character name was Kevin McAllister. It's kind of a parody of that parody of that story, and including its own movies as well. And this is from the 80s. The Home Alone is based on my era, like somewhere like 1990s, like I guess. Okay, let's get started reading. You don't need to hear me talking that much, that well. Okay, yeah, get that. Like, focus. Okay. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Okay. Based on a film written by Melissa, Melissa, Melissa Hannah. Okay, Melissa Madison. By the way, did you know she is the wife of the character Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford? Yes, yes. He's also in this story as well on the scene. Yes, she's the wife of Harrison Ford, Miss Mrs. Ford. Sorry, I have to give a little Easter egg fact. Okay. Directed by Steven Spielberg. He did mention in his interview that based on his personal life. The part of the very disturbing, he wanted to make it personal, involved with his divorced parents. Yeah, that's the one very concerning. Okay, illustrated by Kim Smith. They came from cookbooks. It's a multiple stories on cookbooks. There's E.T., The Extraterrestrial, Back to the Future, and Home Alone. Okay, let's get started. Here's the pictures. And here's another fun fact on this side. Yes, I like to practice my name. Yeah, my name is Joe Indom, by the way. I hate it closer. 10-year-old Elliot was looking for a friend. He found one from outer space. The classic movie you know and love is now on illustrated storybook for the whole family, complete with flying bicycles, smoothing scientists, and friendship that will warm your heart. But Elliot helped E.T. phone home before it's too late. Yeah, that's just a fun fact. Okay. Get to the whole view. Okay. I'm not going to repeat on this part. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. It was a week before Halloween. Elliot wanted to play with his brother Michael, but Michael said no. Come on, you guys, Elliot pleaded. I can find goblins too. Just go get the pizza, Michael said. Elliot went outside and paid the delivery man. On the way back inside, he heard a noise coming from the shed. There's a picture. Elliot lived near a forest. Sometimes coyotes wandered to the shed, but the footprints didn't look like coyote tracks. And coyotes don't roll balls to kids. It definitely wasn't a coyote. Elliot tried to Elliot tried to tell his family there was a goblin in the shed, a real goblin. Where's the pizza? Michael asked. No, no one believed Elliot's story. Here's the whole view. Okay, the next day, Elliot went beyond the shed into the woods to look for the goblin. He saw people with strange equipment searching for something. Were they looking for the goblin too? If they found it, what would they do to it? Elliot had to find the goblin first. That night, after everyone was asleep, Elliot left a trail of candy from the shed to the house, up to the stairs, into his room. Let's make this brighter. Okay. It turns out the goblin liked candy. The next day, Elliot introduced the goblin to Michael and to his little sister Gertie. Michael and Gertie quickly learned what Elliot had learned the night before. The goblin was kind and very smart. The kids were excited and curious about his new friend. He seemed too nice to be a goblin. Maybe he's a monkey, said Michael. I don't like his feet, said Gertie. We are here, home, Elliot said. Where are you from? There's a picture. The goblin pointed to the sky. Then he use his powers and some fruits and vegetables to create a model of the solar system. There's a picture, and there's the other one. The goblin wasn't a goblin at all. He was an extraterrestrial, an alien from another planet. Alien called E.T. for short. Meanwhile, the people looking for E.T. were getting closer. The next morning, the kids went off to school. The mom was leaving for work, and she heard a noise coming from the closet. But when she opened the door, all she saw were her stuffed animals. After she left E.T. home all by himself, he started exploring. He made friends with local wildlife. Then he get something to eat. He found a toy to play with and something to read. He watched television and learned from a form of communication, all of which gave him an idea. If only he if only he had if only he could find everything he needed. When Gertie came home, she taught E.T. the alphabet, but B is for balloon, she said. Yes, Gertie said. B. Oh, B, E.T. said. Yes, Gertie said. B. Good. There's a picture. Elliot at home, not much later, and found E.T. in his closet. Gertie and E.T. were playing dress up together. Elliot and Elliot, E.T. said. I taught him to talk, Gertie bragged. Elliot found the box of items that E.T. had collected. He cut himself as a saw blade. Ouch, Elliot yelped. Ouch, E.T. said. His finger began to glow, and E.T. touched his fingertip. Elliot and cut it healed. Then E.T. showed Elliot and Gertie a drawing of something he wanted to build like a radio phone, phone, phone home, he said. E.T. worked on his radio all night. Meanwhile, the people who were looking for E.T. were getting even closer. E.T. wanted his family to pick him up and find him and take him home. But he had to hurry. E.T. wasn't meant to live on Earth. He's starting to feel sick. The next day was Halloween. It was perfect time to get E.T. into the woods, where he could use the radio to clear signal home. Michael and Gertie pretended he was Gertie. Off they went into the streets in broad daylight. No one whispered a thing. Some other costume E.T. to come home. I think that's the order. There's a iconic scene. The one with the moon. Away from other trick-or-treaters, Elliot and E.T. and Haley's bike head into the woods. The iconic scene. When the ride was too bumpy, E.T. took over together and rose off the ground into the sky. This is the cool part. They landed on a clearing, assembled the radio, E.T. pointed to the sky, and sat there to wait. Elliot wake up in the cold next morning. He and E.T. had been in the woods all night. By the time they got home, people were searching for E.T. were at Elliot's house. There were scientists. They worked to learn about E.T. and put him in a box and bring him to the lab. And Elliot was saying goodbye, and E.T. starting to glow. E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home. E.T. said, "Does it mean they're coming?" asked Elliot. "Yes," said E.T. Elliot knew he had his chance to help E.T. But the scientists were busy packing their equipment. Elliot and Michael snuck E.T. out of the house. When Michael's friends brought their bikes and all raced to the woods. The scientists chased them. There's the ship. And the comic scene again with a bunch of kids. Or, I mean, it's either kids or teens. Okay. When they reached the forest, a giant spaceship was landing. Wait, look at that. It turns saying goodbye. Here's a picture of Michael and Gertie in the elephants. It was sad when his friend had to go. E.T. sad too. The tip of E.T.'s finger lit up and touched Elliot's forehead. I'll be right here, said E.T. Elliot knew he would always remember their extraordinary friendship. Yep. This one of view. Alright, I made it. Alright. By the way, sorry for the flashing light. I just kind of hoping you would pay attention to the story. Yeah. Thank you for joining me on this fair warning. I hope you do not get dizzy on the flashing light. The flashing light is my headlamp. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Alright, thank you. 2 fingers. And also don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Alright. Someone in the dark reached out to you. The very sun is shining through. Someone in the dark. Dang. There was a song from Michael Jackson's song about the story in the movie thing. Okay. Okay. I'll be right here.